Thanks to all the wonderful Aptera investors, my fellow Aptera reservation holders, and our Aptera Curious friends for tuning in again. A special thanks to all those who subscribed, and I'm only a few away from 500 subs now. Aptera Accelerator had another strong week. In this video, I'm going to recap week 51 of Aptera's Accelerator Program, which ran from January 12th to January 18th. My numbers are based on the January 19th, 7:08 p.m. update. I'm really excited about next week's update, as it'll be almost 1 year since the program began. Nothing I say in this video should be considered investment advice. I'm not an accountant or a financial advisor. Please do your own research before investing, and investing especially in a pre-production startup company is very risky. Aptera is still looking for a large-scale investment from an institutional investor or a significant grant to start full-scale production, but it does seem that Aptera is about ready to start making production intent vehicles to test. Aptera's total raise from crowdfunding is just under $31.92 million between the Republic app and the Accelerator program. That is an increase of just under $585,000 from last week. Republic reports a total raised of $1,610,647, which is an increase from last week of $12,096, which is about twice what was raised the week before. Republic did add 7 new investors to reach a total of 1,425, which makes the average raised $1,130.28 per investor in the Republic program. The Accelerator program had another strong week. Aptera saw investments totaling $572,407.50, which is a decrease from last week of almost $60,000. Aptera's Accelerator program has now surpassed the $30 million mark with a total of $30,308,219.20 invested. At this rate, I expect the Accelerator program to raise a little under $33 million. How much do you think the Accelerator program will raise by the end? Week 51 saw activity in 18 of the weeks and no net losses. It took 2 charts to show all the data, and you can pause the video to look more closely at the changes. Aptera's $2,000 investment program seems to still be working, as no week had an increase of less than $2,000. Week 1 investors continue to overperform, investing another $33,369 to take the 4th largest increase this week. I think week 1 investors might invest over $5 million by the end of the program. Week 50 investors made a strong debut with $298,987.50 invested and making up a little more than half of the total raised this week. Week 50 investors increased their investment by $83,800.50 to take second. Week 51 was also a great week for adding new investors to the program, with 37 new investors added. That means over 300 vehicles were secured in the last 7 weeks. How long do you think it will take for the last 150 or so vehicle spots to be secured? As to be expected, week 51 led the other weeks in investors, adding another 26 new investors. Next was week 50, which added 8 more investors. Finally, 1 investor was added in weeks 1, 47, and 48. This brings the total number of investors to 1,841, leaving 159 vehicle spots, but we should be under 150 by the time this video airs. Again, this week was all about new investors. Aptera added 11 prior investors for a total of 942, and 26 new investors were added for a total of 899. This closed the gap, with prior investors making up 51% of the investors in the program. However, this stat is flipped when we talk about money raised, as new investors have added 52% of the money raised. New investors have contributed about $15.8 million, while prior investors have made up about $14.53 million of the funds raised. Week 51's average was low, with an average just under $11,500 for each new investor. Week 51 saw a slight dip in the overall average for the program of $20.36 to reach a new total of $16,462.91. Again, this week sees a slight movement in the Accelerator Investors leaderboard. WG from Oklahoma did invest another $10,500, but so did NB from Washington to stay ahead by a little more than $2,000. Looking at the vehicle leaderboards, you can see why NB made a move. They currently hold the 10th vehicle spot, and if they did not invest, they would have been passed by WG. As calculated last week, WG would have taken the number 10 spot, but NB has held them off for the 2nd week in a row. It will be interesting to see what happens in the next few weeks. If this continues and JT from Nevada does not respond, they will end up with the vehicle number 11. Thanks again for watching. Please subscribe, comment, hit the notification bell, like and share to help our channel grow. And below you'll find links to our website, Evolv-Electric.org, our Twitter and Instagram